Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick little tutorial to show you how to make a pattern jig for cutting out multiple pieces in foam or wood or whatever that may make things go a little bit quicker for you. So if you've never seen this before, hopefully it'll be helpful to you. So let's get started. So to start off with, we have our drawing here of what we want to template. What I did was lay this out in AutoCAD and print it out in full scale. And I'm cutting out this cathedral cross-looking thing. So right now I'm just worried about one of these little triangle pie-shaped pieces. So I just taped it down and used a razor blade to cut out one of my little pie-shaped pieces here. And next up, what we're going to do is find a piece of, I'm using 1/4 inch Luan that I had, and just going to trace around the perimeter using just a regular old pencil. All right, now that we've got our pattern traced out on the Luan, I'm going to be cutting this with using my Dremel tool, and I got the little cutter blade thing there. I'm not sure what that's called, and this guide, which again I'm not sure what it's called, but that's the tools that we're going to be using to cut the foam with. So next up, I'm going to take a compass, and I need to measure the distance, if I can get this right here, from the outer edge of the guide here to the opposite side of the blade. Let's see if I can get that in here close so you can see that. See how I got the pointy piece on the outside and the pencil part on the opposite end of the cutter thing, and that's very, very important to get that precise. All right, so the purpose of doing the compass with the distance here is when we cut this out, the edge of the Dremel is going to ride along the edge of our pattern and it'll cut just on the outside of our line. So what we want to do is take our compass and use the pointy part right on our line, and it's going to trace it with our compass with the pencil part. And the trick is you want to keep your compass completely perpendicular to your line at all time, which is kind of tedious. So go real slow and you trace it along here, and we're going to go all the way around the perimeter. And then when I'm done, I'll take a pencil, because it's kind of tricky to do this. I'll take my pencil and clean up the lines and the best I can. So we're going to do that all the way around. All right, I went ahead and cut out my pattern here. I used a really fine-tooth bit on my jigsaw, because you want to be pretty precise when you cut along your line, because any deviation from your line is going to transfer onto your foam or your wood or whatever that you're cutting out. So if we did this right, it doesn't look like much, but if we did it right, we should end up with our piece that looks like that. So let's try it out. All right, let me show you my setup here. I got my pattern here that I have clamped down. I have a piece of 1/2 inch foam, and that's what I'm actually cutting my pattern out of. And then I have a second piece of foam underneath it, just so when the blade cuts, it's going to cut about 1/8 of an inch down into the piece below it. So yeah, I left it out just a tiny little bit so I can get my blade down in there, and then I can bring it over, and then I can start my my cutting. So let's give this a shot here. There we have it. Pretty darn close to our piece here. Got a little wonky on the corner here, but yep, that should do the trick. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. I know it's a little bit of work on the front end, but in the long run, I think once you get your pattern set up and everything and you start banging these things out, it's probably going to save you some time. So you guys got any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. So anyway, guys, here's 2016. We're going to have some other cool stuff coming up. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.